morning. This is the weekend before Halloween 2017 and it's cold outside finally in Texas. So I'm gonna go out and see if I can make something today because I haven't been in the smithy for a month probably, and that's a waste. So let's go. I don't have a selfie stick or anything to put on my head, so this video is going to look horrible. Hello, sheep. How are you? Hi. We run away. Still got to fix that. I need fence wood to complete the walls, and until then I've got tarps. Let's see here. All right. Well, it's a little less breezy in here. Maybe it won't feel so cold. I see my plants are coming back. This stump on this post vise is an actual tree that was here that I just cut down. But you can see that it's still growing. It's got roots and shoots and whatnot. Trying to find a place to put my drink. I keep having to cut these, burn them, pour a little bit of gas on them. I guess I'll talk about the shop a little bit. So I've got the what I'll call the front wall and the wall with the door done, and then I've still got this tarp on the north and west sides. So I need more fence wood. I've been cutting up fence wood, just 1x4 pickets. I'm cutting them to 4-foot lengths because the studs here are 2 foot on center. So I built the whole shop to be 2 foot on center, so it'd be really easy to use 4-foot lengths of pickets. And the reason that works is 6-foot pickets. They're always right on the top and the bottom. So I just cut the top and bottom foot off. I'm left with a good 4-foot piece. And this stuff ends up working out pretty well for siding. And it's been close to a year since I started building this, and I've just been busy since I do have a real job. But I guess I could do I'll do another video about the shop and the design and how I built it and what's left to do. I'm gonna stick you on a tripod here. Here's some concrete. This floor slopes from up here to down here, so I'm building this little retaining wall slowly with just bags of hand-mixed concrete, and then I'll fill in more dirt and rocks in here. This will always be a dirt floor. I've got no interest in having a wood floor or pouring concrete in here. This is supposed to be the way things used to be, not something fancy. Oh, dang it. Well, I don't know where my tripod mount is. I have to go figure this out. Howdy, people. Okay, I'm going back out to the smithy this morning. It's cold, but it's nice and warm in there. Has something to do with that fire. The sheep think it's great too. Anyway, I'm going to make a fire poker for the fire pit in the backyard. We already have one, but it's a little bit short, so the lady in charge here, she says, hey, why don't you make me one a foot longer? And I says, anything you want, dear. So I've got a piece of 3/8, which is number 3 rebar, heating up in here at 42 inches long. What I'm making, I had an example here and now I can't find it. Oh, here it is amongst all this other garbage. Okay, this is, here's the handle, and I have a hook on the other end, and this is how I grab things out of the fire and put things back in the fire when they fall out of our burn barrel. Anyway, it's a very comfortable design. This end is just the right size to grab 2x4s and pick them up and put them in the fire, so it's really handy. Anyway, we just want one a little longer because we do get some blazing hot fires sometimes in the barrel where you don't want to be that close. So I've got this thing heating up. I'm going to go grab a drink and be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to put the camera on the tripod and grab a drink. I'll let this thing get a little bit long, so I'm going to cool it for it. I've got some more fence pickets because I'm trying to finish these two other walls, so it's a little messy. I used to see fence pickets all the time free on the curb until I needed some. Now I can't find them anywhere. Is I call it a fire hook, I guess. When we're burning stuff in the burn barrel, sometimes stuff falls out, I got to scoop it up and put it back in, or we push things around, or you can use it to pick up a dead snake. We've done that with this. It's just 3/8 rebar, number 3 rebar, with a nice little handle bent into the end with a kind of a finger guard so it doesn't slip. And it's got a hook that fits really well around a 2x4. So we're making one of these just longer. So I guess I'll start with the handle end. So I'm just going to smash this end out flat. Somebody just subscribed this week, so I guess somebody is watching my channel, so I guess I'll make videos. So maybe every time someone subscribes, I'll make a video. Not sure how to do that. Not a YouTube expert, but I'll get out here as often as I can to do things so you can watch me learn. And if you didn't see the channel introduction, this is not a teaching class. I'm learning here. You're just watching. Watching me figure it out, and you're welcome to play along. It was about 30 degrees here this morning, but it's quite nice in here right now. My thermometer says 64 in here. Alright, so I'm just I were good and a little more efficient and didn't think so much about things, I'd say this is a 10-minute project. It's a good basic practice, I think, for flattening, bending, eyeballing, and making a point. Drawing out, as they say. But I'm not a blacksmith teacher, so I don't care. Sometimes I've had rebar crack when I quench it in water, so I'm not going to quench it in water. Now while it's warm anyway, I'm going to go ahead and turn it around because I need to work on this end. So I'm trying to find my favorite tones. I've gone blind. I guess I'll use my non-favorite tones. Be able to see this because of the wonderful lighting conditions in here, but I just made these two bottle openers before I came out here to start this. These are going to be bottle openers that hang in your pocket and you put a key ring on them. I've made a lot of bottle openers of this style before. These are made from horseshoes, cut in half, and I've given away a lot of these things to friends, but I've never made one that has a key ring loop, so this would basically go in your pocket like this, and your keys go in there. So I'm going to start wearing one of these. So maybe I'll do a video on making these because I think people would like them. Maybe it's something I could sell, although I'm not in blacksmithing for the money because I know better. If you don't know, check out my website at Luckyforge.works. It's just mostly pictures of some work I've done here, but eventually it'll turn into a little better portfolio and maybe a place to order things if anybody wants to have me make something. But check it out. And Luckyforge on Facebook. Okay, so I'm going to make a point on here. Doesn't have to be real long. Radius on this edge away from me. So it's good for making points. Even with a flat hammer, I mean, this is pretty flat. He brought me these used horseshoes at work, and he said the guy that gave them to him said they were handmade. And sure enough, these things, they don't even have a groove in them. There's, you know, no stamp, you know, like, you know, diamond or brands that you would buy at the store. These appear to just be made from some 1/4 by 1/2 flat stock. So it's kind of cool, handmade horseshoes. Just for reference, if you know nothing about horseshoes, and I don't know that much myself, you know, here's a store-bought horseshoe with a brand name on it, you know, a size and a style, and here's a used store-bought shoe that's been worn down, obviously, but you know, a lot different than the other one. All right, I need to bend. I'm going to clean up this. I'm going to use my rounding hammer just to fix this tip just a little nicer. Okay. So I need to put bend in it. So I'll just start where it looks right. Check my progress. Not too bad. Yeah, I need to make sure I was pointing the right direction too. Okay, obviously need more heat now. Alright, so the next thing I gotta do is put that bend in it, so I've got a, you know what I mean. Neat. Now, I don't remember, but I may have put that in the vise and pulled it out. I'm going to do that on this one. It's hard to get a sharp end by just feeding something around the corner of the anvil. It wants to go around. So, vise is nice. If you don't have one of these, get one. They're cheaper than the anvils, and they're really good tools. This is much stronger than a bench-mounted vise. You shouldn't hammer on a bench vise. If you have a really good one like a Wilton, you probably can, but these things, you know, this is one solid piece of steel going to the ground. It's called a leg vise. And they can be beaten on. They're strong. As far as I know, it's probably wrought iron. I don't know the brand or how old this one is. It was given to me a long time ago. But you can beat on them. And the threads are huge. It's a whole different animal from a bench vise that you buy at Home Depot or Harbor Freight. I guess it's time to bend this thing. So I'm going to bend it this way. tip bent a little bit when I did that. Stressing it because it's such a beautiful precision instrument. I'm going to harden the tip. Actually, it probably wasn't hot enough. It needs to be kind of cherry red to harden, but I don't want it to crack and break off. Alright. I am going to put wax on this because we take these things outside and they get rusty. But while this is still hot, I keep losing stuff today. I'm going to put the handle end in because that's the end that I care most about waxing, because I don't want rust in my sweetheart's hands when she tends the fire. So I'm going to wax that end, and however far the heat draws down and we'll melt the wax, that'll get waxed too. But basically that's the poker. Really easy project, very useful. It's a good example of things you can make out of rebar. Rebar is a great material that's cheap and sometimes free, often free. Just go to job sites. People are always throwing away short pieces from cutoffs, from dowels. You can buy rebar in 20-foot sticks at Home Depot, and number 3 is like, it's a few dollars. I don't even remember, but I've had some shipped to my house before because I don't have a 20-foot long car. So when I've had lumber and concrete and other materials brought here for things like building this shop, I just threw in 3 sticks of rebar because I knew I'd be cutting them up and making little projects. And I make, I've got little hooks and stuff. You know, I'll make a hook to hang a lantern on and hammer it into the wall. It's a great material. You don't have to go looking for round bar. Do not buy square and round bar from the little bin at Home Depot. That stuff costs 4 times as much as it should because it's already cut to length and conveniently put in a bin for you. Buy that stuff from a scrapyard, buy it used, tear it out of an old mattress. This got steel frames. I mean, I've found 1/4-inch round rod that's the perimeter of a spring mattress. There's nothing wrong with it. It's spring steel. So don't buy new metal at Home Depot. I've done it, but I don't do it anymore because now I know better. And there's so many better ways to find steel. Anyway, I guess that's it. That's the fire poker grabber book thing. Enjoy and subscribe and see me next time. I hope that was playing. Okay, I was ending the video and then I remembered you might want to see how I wax stuff. I use candles. Candles are cheap or free. Go to Goodwill, go to garage sales. Okay, so see how that immediately melted off or evaporated? It's too hot. So I'm just going to sit out here and wait. It's a breezy, cool day, and I'll wait a couple of minutes and then I'll be able to put wax on. It should melt really readily, but not just smoke off and evaporate like that. Anyway, candles they're laying around your grandma's house. They're at Goodwill, they're at garage sales. Don't pay for some fancy beeswax unless you just gotta have beeswax. You don't have to buy some hipster beard grease or whatever is the cool thing to use. Just use an old candle. This is probably a petroleum product, you know, paraffin wax. Yes, beeswax is a little different, but they all protect about the same. But just wait till it's cooled down a little bit, until this stuff melts on, leaves a nice black. It's getting closer. I'll get closer like this. Again, I don't know about this wide angle lens. That's still too hot because it's evaporating or boiling off. But anyway, you get the idea. In a couple of minutes, this will have cooled off because it's only about 40 or 50 degrees out here. And I'll put a little coat on there, and it'll make it nice to hold. It's a lot nicer than holding on a... Okay, see, this is good here. I rubbed across it. It just turned to liquid and kind of melted along there. So you can tell it's cold here. I just wiped cold wax. Here it's just barely warm enough to melt. So you can judge the temperature of metal by rubbing wax on it too, to an extent. You see how there it's just liquid, here it's smoke. Now this being the end, this thing probably lost a lot of heat pretty fast. So that's why that's not smoking as much as that. That's a heavier piece. If you've ever taken I don't know, if you ever went to school and you know anything about mass, I shouldn't have to explain that. Anyway, this is cooling off, and I'll just keep doing this. Anyway, cheap candles are your friend. And you'll notice I didn't even use a brush on this thing. There wasn't enough scale on this thing to even knock off. So I know a lot of people do this whole brushing and belt grinding procedure, making things shiny and running over them with a cut brush. It's not necessary. Just put some wax on it. Anyway, I guess that's good. So thanks for watching. Bye.